everybody, and welcome back to season 3 of the Wayward Lasses All the Things podcast. I am Brittany. Yay! I'm Brittany, joined by my mother, Amy.
Hello, daughter.
Hello, and our sister, Courtney.
Our sister.
Our sister. I like that one.
My sister, Courtney.
Hello, sister.
Hello, sister. So we are back, guys, and we have been gone for about 4 months now?
Yep.
So we decided we were going to take a break. We were going to refocus on things. The holidays came up, and we just wanted to come back real quick in this first episode and kind of share with you what's been going on, what our goals are for the next year, and all that fun stuff. Before we get started, Mother, would you take it away with some trivia?
Yes. And this time, guys, we're also changing this a little bit. We're not going to get too carried away with trivia, so there'll only be 3. All right. I kind of made it applicable to like looking back from 2024, and I actually lost my first one. So where did you go? Because there's a list of them. Welcome back. Oh, all right. So hopefully, I guess I'm kind of doing this in honor of Sophia too, from doing the World Cup over in New Zealand and Australia. So in January, the funeral of which legendary 3-time World Cup winning footballer took place in Santos, Brazil? Bobby Charlton, Pele, Trevor Francis, Luis Suarez.
Luis Suarez.
Pele.
He died.
He did, and that's the answer, Pele.
Oh man, I wasn't gonna pick that because I was like, no way.
Yeah, he
Right,
did die.
Number 2.
Okay.
That's my point.
The next one. Number 2. A head teacher at a Florida school was forced to resign after pupils were shown a picture of which world-renowned sculptural masterpiece? Rodin's The Thinker, Laocoon and His Sons, Michelangelo's David, or Venus de Milo?
Michelangelo's David.
Yes, I agree.
I concur.
Yes. So Courtney's up 2-1.
Thanks.
All right. This one is applicable. Okay, if Courtney, you get this and Brittany doesn't, Courtney comes out on top. If Brittany, you tie, then if you get it, then you tie. If Courtney doesn't, well, you guys know. Anyways, the final of the Women's World Cup football tournament took place in which city? Sydney, Australia, Brisbane, Australia, Melbourne, Australia, or Auckland, New Zealand?
Auckland, New Zealand.
I don't remember actually. I don't remember if it was New Zealand or Melbourne. Not Melbourne, Sydney. I'm gonna go with
42
Sydney.
Wallaby Way, Swiss Sydney. I said Sydney.
Dun, da, da. Courtney, you are correct. It's Sydney with a whopping 3-1 over Brittany. Wah, wah.
Boo. 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 Is that the
Boo.
Princess Bride?
Boo.
Oh gosh. All right, so let's get started with what we have been doing for the past 4 months. One of the biggest things that I did and that my mom also started doing too is that we became consultants for Rodan and Field. So now we each have our own personal businesses in dermatology. Woo-hoo. And if you actually listened to the podcast, you'll notice that the last person that was on the podcast was Alexis Simmons, who is also a consultant for Rodan and Field. So
maybe there's a connection there.
There's a connection. There's a connection. I'm trying to think of what else I've really been up to. Definitely visiting a lot of family for the holidays. But that's kind of like when you think about back on 4 months, it doesn't seem like a lot, but that seems about it for me. Mom Court, what have you guys been up to?
I'll let Court take it away. 'Cause I'm still
Court,
thinking.
take it away. Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
What have I been up to? I have been up to, so I became a preschool teacher.
Yay! That's a
And
lot.
I didn't choose that, by the way. My youngest refused to go to pre-K, and the teacher allowed me to stay for a little bit just to help him get comfortable. And that turned into you could volunteer for the day, and that turned into you could volunteer permanently. So I didn't anticipate that. Our last podcast, I think, was released in August, and I didn't know. If you would have told me that, oh, in a few short weeks you will be teaching a preschool, I wouldn't have believed you. So,
Wait, it's just volunteering. You're not getting paid for it.
no, it is a volunteer position at the moment. I could probably request to apply, but the volunteering gives me a little bit of freedom, especially on like days when we can't go or we have something else planned.
True.
So, and I kind of just feel like it's my way of giving back right now. I don't know if that makes sense, but sometimes in our lives, I feel it's important to serve others. And I
Mhm.
saw a need and felt like I was a good person to fill it. So I opted to do that.
Look
Um,
at you.
who knows if it'll turn into something more permanent? I don't know. But for now, it is a volunteer position.
See the
But
little
the
kids,
good
Miss
thing is,
Courtney,
yeah. Yep.
Miss Courtney.
And it's funny because my son Kai, he's like, "Can you get my mom for me? Her name is Miss Courtney." Thanks.
He's already
So
dropping the names,
he's
huh?
name dropping. He's name
Get my
dropping.
mom
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. So honestly, since for the entire fall and November, December, that's what I've been doing. I work during the day, and on the days I'm not working, I volunteer at the pre-K. So that's the new thing in my life. But
Yay.
it actually brings me a lot of joy. I,
Yeah.
I, I
Yeah.
I enjoy being around the kids, and it's a really fun age too because they're still discovering things. So even though they can be defiant at times, it's still cute, you know, for now.
Yeah.
Time goes by
And
fast, so enjoy it.
your oldest son turned 18.
Oh, yeah, he
Did
turned
any big old
18. He
parties
just
for that?
got his driver's license
Mm-hmm.
today. Got accepted into some colleges that he applied to. So he's just making
Growing
moves.
up. It's growing
I
up.
know. I know. I
Oh.
actually was thinking that the other day. In August of this year, I will be sending one child to kindergarten and one child to college.
Oh, talking about like a mixed empty nester type of thing.
I don't even know what I'm going to do with myself. I'm just going to
I
work, I guess. And I'll
You'll
have
come down and
time.
be like, "Hello,
Hello?
hello."
And I'll have time to join you all on your entrepreneurial adventures.
Yay.
Yes, it's gonna be great.
Anyway, how
Indoor
about you, Mom?
plumbing. Indoor
What do you?
plumbing. It's
Indoor
gonna be
plumbing is
big.
gonna be big.
It's gonna be big.
How about you, Mom? What you been up to?
Honestly, I don't know what I've been up to. It's quite
Oh,
terrifying that August, September, October, November, December have gone by fast, and I don't know what I've been up to. It's really scary. Like Brittany said, actually, the of first few weeks of December, that's when I made the decision to become a Rodan and Fields consultant. So that just happened at the end of December. I guess for the majority of the summer, I've really been focusing on going to the gym. Nothing new there. I finished up my sculpted vegan program, and I did finally drop those 10 pounds after all these years, and started up I started up a new program with Jeff Cavalieri. Guys, look him up. He is an awesome person to follow and also find exercises. I find these people, you guys are doing, what's her name? Caroline.
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 Caroline, and I don't know. I just like finding these different people. Anyways, I think really what's been happening is I've been focusing on work, just trying to get this reporting project that I am in charge of out the door. That's really where all my time has been spent, day and night, even when I'm not supposed to be on at night, because it allows me to tap into my creativity. So like when I get an idea, I automatically like jump back onto my work computer and like, oh, let me just try this. And I guess when you like something or when you love doing something, there's no like limit as far as how much time you'll put into it. So that's really what I've been up to. I don't know. It's kind of boring. No?
That's how I felt when you kind of get put on the spot. You're like, what did I do? Courtney, you got a new tattoo.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you got no
I did.
tattoo.
It's there. Just a jasmine flower. Jasmine flower of the Philippines.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent.
Yes,
Very good. So we'll hop
yes.
into kind of what we are doing for next year, what our goals are for next year, because it is when we're recording this January 2nd. So we are fresh into the year of 2024. So we're going to kind of give you some ideas and some insight onto us, what the plan is for the Wayward Lasses in this upcoming year, and our goals. All right, so for the Wayward Lasses this next year, last year, actually, we really focused on female entrepreneurs. And we had a guest on every week, and we dived into their story and asked them for tips and tricks that they could share with people who were also getting into the entrepreneurial side of life. So this year, we still want to incorporate that, but we really want to get back to the core of what Wayward Lasses was originally started for, which was sharing our real life stories, our tips, our tricks, real content for you guys about our own health and wellness journeys. So this year we are going to be focusing a lot more on that, back to kind of what you saw in season 1. But we will still have some of our guests back on the show. A lot of the people from my cat's trying to get in the door. A lot of the people from last year are most likely going to hop back on the episode because we did want to catch back up with them and see how their business has progressed in a year. But yeah, that's going to be the big goals for us in the Wayward Lasses this next year. Did I miss anything, guys?
Nope.
You guys
That
both
about
went.
covers it.
Isn't it? Is it? If you look to
It's in
the
sky.
you guys look to the right. I think it's on the negotiator. He's like,
Yeah.
if you look to the right, you're telling the truth. If you look to the left, you're looking for a lie, right?
Something like that.
One of
Something like
those.
that.
Yes.
One of those. But you both were like.
All
All right. And then to kind of end off this short and sweet episode, we're going to talk about our goals, our personal goals for this next year. And I will continue to go first because it is what I do. My goal this year, it has always been health and wellness and fitness usually. And I have really done a good job of keeping up with working out. It's now a part of who I am. It's now a part of what I do. And I have no issues with that. This year, I really want to focus on my macros. I really think that's the missing piece in all of this. So I have hired on our cousin, who is actually on episode, I think, 7, right? Something like that in our first season. Ryan Harrison. So if you need a personal trainer, he can help you out with that. Shout out to Ryan. And I'm really going to try to count my macros and see what difference this has on my bodice. And then I also would like to continue to grow my personal business in with Rodan and Fields. And as you guys probably already know, I have like 4 or 5 other businesses. I have a cleaning business that I do, and then I have 3 online businesses I have in addition to that. So I would like to kind of get to, I think I did too much. And I did too much where I was overwhelmed, and now I don't do any of it anymore besides the cleaning business. So I think I would
We
like
should
to
talk
just
about it
kind
on
of
the next episode.
Doing too much.
doing too much.
Big goals.
Too much. Big goals, make them smaller. But I'm going to try to kind of get all of those back into it. But the biggest thing is my macros, continuing to be successful with Rodan Fields and learn more about the products and become a master of the knowledge in that area. And then find a way to incorporate all of my businesses back into my life to the point where I'm not overwhelmed. So that's me.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Who's next?
I love it.
Are you next?
Hello.
I
can
guess
go
you
next.
just volunteered.
I
Okay.
just volunteered myself. Wonderful.
I love it.
So my 2024 goals, the first one is to be consistent. I've never had a problem starting a workout program. I've never had a problem starting a diet. My problem has always been sticking with it. So what I've done this time around is I've convinced my darling husband to join me in my
Darling
efforts
husband.
because I need an accountability person. That's just my personality. The reason why I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day to go work out with a group of women is because they hold me accountable. I'm less likely to do it myself. So David has agreed to sign on with Ryan and whatever program Ryan puts us on. And he is one of the most disciplined people I know, like to a fault. Like it's annoying sometimes how disciplined he is. It irritates me
David?
actually. Yes. Yes.
I could see that.
Yes. Like it's yeah.
Wait,
Sometimes
it
it's
says you
exhausting.
can't eat before 10. It's
Do you remember,
9:59.
Mom, when he started working from home?
Yes.
Yeah.
He could
He
not
started
leave
working
his
from
desk.
What
home.
happened?
When he
What happened?
first started working from home, he was up, dressed, like ready to go, full work attire, sitting at his desk. He had to be at work start work at 7. It was like 6:55, and he was like there, ready to go. And it was like I would ask him like, "Hey, could you just come here real quick?" "I can't. I'm working." And I'm like, "You can step away from your desk for 30 seconds to help me." He was very like, "I can't, I can't, I can't." And so I remember Mom and I talking, and we
It'll
were like,
change. Don't worry.
"He'll grow out of it."
Don't worry.
But yeah, so no, he's just a very regimented person. He likes discipline, he likes order, he likes routines, and I am the exact opposite. So it is a wonder how we work well together. So I'm excited that he's doing it with me because I feel like it's gonna help me stay on track. So consistency is my number one goal, like overall, not just in working out and diet, but in everything. And the other bigger goal I have is you guys know that I have had a long term desire to teach Bible, and I actually started developing a course. It
Nice.
is in the course design phases. I've got a syllabus, I've got my learning outcomes and some learning activities and some content written. So I don't know where that will go. I don't know who will pick it up. I don't know where I will push it, but I'm just in the development stage and I'm just going to kind of see where it goes.
Yay!
That's it.
That's it. So to reflect on that, it is definitely easier having an accountability buddy. Alex is finally in it to win it, and it's like he almost has a 6-pack already. And I'm just like,
Yeah, that's what my worry is that he's gonna get like ridiculous
he
results
will, he
and be
will,
this like shredded, jacked guy, and I'm
he
gonna be
will.
like still here with my little pouch on my stomach, like
Yep,
like
he will.
Baymax, you know, when you're like the Pillsbury Doughboy, a little
Yeah.
puff. I'm like, this
He
guy's a
Aw.
freaking
absolutely will.
bodybuilder, and I'm sitting here with my little puffy guy.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good to have because like it's different to have an accountability buddy that you can like text every day. Because I know like when you guys work out, I get a notification, so I'm just like, oh, okay, I gotta go work out. Like
Yeah.
just without even talking to each other, your notifications are like, okay, I can do this. But to have
Yeah.
somebody in the house with you, especially when it comes to eating,
Yes.
that's the hard one.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're both. I'm sure you. I think you're doing it too. Dry January, where you're not drinking for the month.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, right now we're on we do a fast with our church every January, so it's called the Daniel fast, and we don't
Who's
do
Daniel
Daniel
from the
from the
Bible?
Bible. I know.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The Bible.
From the Bible. Yes, tis a story about
Who's
Daniel
Daniel?
where he didn't eat all the king's fancy foods and meats and all that stuff. He just was going to eat basically what grew from the ground, fruits, vegetables, or whatever. And he basically told the guard that if he allowed him to eat this way versus eating all the king's fancy food, his soldiers would be more fit than the king's soldiers. And that's what they did, and it worked. But anyway, so we're doing no meat, no refined sugar, no white flour or white rice, just fruits, veggies. How do you say it? Do you say legumes?
Legumes.
Legumes,
Legumes.
legumes, whole wheat things, that kind of stuff. And we're only on day 2, and Sammy's doing it with us, and he's like, "My stomach, my stomach," and I'm like, "Yeah, because your body is like releasing all the toxins from all the crap you've been eating the past 3 weeks of the holidays." So
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
but it's good.
Awesome.
It feels good to kind of just get rid of those toxins and
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk to you on
Absolutely.
day 21. See how you're doing.
yeah, true. Anyway, Mom, it's your turn.
It's my turn. I think I have a lot of lofty goals this coming year. Um, I truly believe in diversification in terms of being financially free, if you will. So Rodan and Fields is one. I would like to expand my knowledge, so I will be doing a lot of uh, reading and going through a lot of training. I do have another business that I am hoping to get off the ground by the end of January. It's a fulfilled by Amazon business. And when I'm ready to launch, I will let you guys know. And then the other thing, it's funny because January 1st, yesterday, I opened up my computer and I started writing. I was going to get back into my blogs. And I'm like, everybody on January 1st always looks forward and makes some type of goal. And we talked about this last year in one of our podcasts about how long does it take somebody to actually stop with their goals when they actually get off track? And typically people get off track in a week. And then usually by like day 30, they're completely off whatever, goal that they had set. But as I was looking, I'm opening up my computer and I'm searching like, what can I do? What other thing can I diversify with? I did Kristen Boss's network marketing training. It's like 3 days for an hour. And at the end, obviously they sell you on something. It was her whole course. It was $19.97, pay at once, or 5 payments of 500. I'm like, ooh, I could do that. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm always buying something. Right. But I never really take it to fruition. I think that's one of my things. I always start something, but I don't necessarily finish. I have all intention of finishing with the exception of working out. So as I'm sitting there, like opening up my computer and I'm typing and I'm looking through my emails, I see this one email come through. And it is, I don't know if you guys know, but I have my realtor license. I am a licensed real estate broker in the state of North Carolina, and I only got it for my real estate investment business. Um, so I'm looking at it and my fees are due. It's a $682 fee that's due for the whole, for the year, right? It went up like $70. So I'm looking at it and I'm saying, I'm such an idiot. I've been paying into this for the last 3 or 4 years to keep my real estate license up, but I haven't done anything with it. So I actually reached out to one of my friends who actually did the same thing that I was considering of making use of her real estate license. I talked to her. The organization that I actually did my real estate investment training with has a international real estate company or organization that I could actually work with. And anyways, I am actually going to start going down that path, and I will look to become a part-time real estate agent only in the Clayton area because I do have a full-time job. So I would have to somehow incorporate that into my daily work schedule where, I have free time. I could potentially show clients houses and whatnot. I don't think I want to go to the route of listing houses, but more so helping people to find houses. Because I think listing houses is just, I don't necessarily want to get involved with that. So, yeah, those are 3 areas of business that I want to get going this year. And there's one more thing that I'm going to start to do and start exploring. I've been doing research, and that is to have a 501c for rescue animals. I have my journey with the dogs, with what happened with Gunner and Roddy, have brought me down a path where I had PTSD as a result from it. And as part of growing, I've been doing a lot of reading as far as, dog behaviors and how the way I behave, my dog mirrors, my emotions and things like that. And I also started subscribing on Facebook, to all these rescue organizations. And it's really sad, guys. If you
And
have
sending me all of the sad videos.
There are thousands of dogs that get euthanized each day.
No, I don't
It's
want to talk
really
about
sad. It's
it.
truly, truly sad. And you have people there like, oh, we contacted the owner, they don't want them anymore, or they've been dropped off at the kennel because their pet's too old and they don't want to have to deal with it anymore. And it really is sad. So my goal is to actually like do the research, get certified so I can understand dog behavior and whatnot. Lofty goal, maybe it'll bleed into 2025. but I'd like to eventually find a place where I can have a rescue that I think I really want to focus on, like senior dogs, because there's a lot of throwaway dogs that people just don't want anymore. And throwaway dogs, guys, senior dogs are like age 7 and 8. They're still very playful. And what my dogs are 7, 8, and 18. So they would all be considered seniors, but I would be focusing on that. So I know a lot of lofty goals, but big year ahead of me.
Lola's 18.
She
Yeah.
is 18.
Oh my God.
Lola is 18.
She's still
She's
running that
Yeah.
house.
She's
still running
She's
around.
still running the house.
Yep.
She's still in charge.
She could
She
do a
is.
whole episode about dogs, but I fully support all of those. Can't wait to see what you do with all that. I can be your who for a lot of these. Just let me know what you need.
I would be leaning on both of y'all.
Both of y'all. Oh, look at
Both
you.
of
Have you read
y'all.
the book Your Dog is Your Mirror?
I think that's the book I just finished reading.
You finished reading it? Okay, we can talk about that later because I
Audible.
have it on
It's an Audible.
Audible.
Yes.
Oh, his is so boring.
Is
God,
it
he's so boring.
Behan? Is that his name?
Hold on, it signed me out of Audible.
Your Dog is Your
I got
Mirror,
right.
Kevin Behan.
Yeah, it's like 9 hours long.
Yeah, I just finished it like yesterday morning.
I honestly had to switch to a different book.
Oh no, just keep going through it because it really does teach you a lot. There was a part in there where how I was behaving actually, like it manifests itself on the way the dogs behave. And for the first time today, I actually took the dogs for a walk where I felt in control. And usually when I take the dogs for a walk and I put them in, I'm afraid like one dog is going to pounce on the other. It's just because of what I had experienced in the past. I didn't feel that way because I was able to get into the right mindset. So finish reading it, even though it's boring. Maybe find a better voice.
You can't change.
Oh, you can't? I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Oh gosh, well, I love all of those goals. I saw something, everyone keeps posting it, but it's New Year, 12 chapters, 365 opportunities. And I really like looking at it like that. Like each month is a chapter, each day is a new opportunity. What are you going to do each day to take advantage of it and make sure that you didn't waste it? So that's kind of my mindset going into this next year. So for all of you wayward lads and lasses out there, if you want to share with us your goals for the new year, we definitely would love to hear them. We support you along the way. If you need accountability buddies, you let us know. But just remember, you've got 12 months, 12 chapters. Every day is a new opportunity. We are here for you along the journey, and we can't wait to share our stories with you about how our journeys are going to go this year. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to share?
No, ma'am.
Look to the right again.
Oh, you guys looked indifferent.
I tried to keep my hello. Who's there? I tried to look forward this time, and but I wanted to look up.
Yeah, I must say it feels good to be back. I do miss doing this. So
I have to say, guys, when we did Wayward Lasses, we recorded every week, and I was in touch with these girls every week. And when we stopped in like mid-August, I'm like, oh my God, I miss you guys. And we used to text like every day, and we
every day
didn't text every day, from mid-August on. So I did miss that.
Yeah, me too. It wasn't every day. It was like every week. For sure.
No, we texted like every day because anytime something came
up.
No,
like after we stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was like a period where I didn't
look down at my messages, and it's like 50 messages. What the
heck? I'm like, oh my God.
My God. What's going on? We just call each other. What's going on?
There's always a moment of panic, like I missed something from like a bunch of people. Yeah, but then no, they're like, okay, it's all from this one chat. And you're like, oh, okay.
Nothing important. A bunch of okays and yeses and nos. And what's the password again? You're like, oh God.
Oh gosh. Well, yes, it is good to be back. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, we are the Wayward Lasses, reminding you to keep it real.
Bye.
Did I do it right? Bye. It's been a while. Okay, you guys all looked at me like. That was wrong. It felt right. Thanks for stopping by.
Stay
Stay
classy.
classy.